Kinetic coverage is brought to you by Trey Heights Casino. Take your winning to new heights. New Trend Wireless and Eureka Natural Foods.
Good evening and thank you for joining us on this glorious Monday night for the Kinetic Grand Championship Finale Special. I'm Andy Machado.
And I'm Samantha Bredesen. Well, it's officially over. The 47th Annual Kinetic Grand Championship came to a close today on Main Street in Ferndale.
Racers spent 3 days on these people-powered sculptures, crossing 42 miles of land, sand, mud, and sea. Some racers participated for decades. Others worked on their sculptures for months to prepare for this weekend.
There's art and engineering, pageantry, and bribery. A lot goes into this weekend, and it gets pretty crazy out there.
Awards are given for fastest time, best engineering, and art, because these are human-powered sculptures.
There are also hotly contested awards like the Mediocre Award for the team that finishes right in the middle of the pack, and the Golden Flipper for the sculpture with the most glorious slip in water or on sand.
Also, the racers must have fun at all times because it is still a race. Let's take a look at how it all got started at Arcata Plaza on Saturday.
You show up at the race and it's like, oh, hey, I haven't seen you in a whole year, and it's, yeah, great camaraderie.
It is so awesome to go at a pace that the pilgrims or the pioneers went at. You know, it's a walking pace. You get to see the countryside in a beautiful way, and we get to spend time together. We're up to the race. We're so busy doing all our stuff, we don't get the time. So it's a great day. Great 3 days.
There they are. Nice job.
You know, Samantha, I would not want to be those Rampmeister trying to get those sculptures to stop.
Now, that does not look like the safest job.
If I had that job, you'd hear a race official saying, I need some ground pounders for a cleanup on 7th Street.
I think you'd be fine.
Well, maybe, but I would definitely not want to be at the bottom of Dead Man's Drop in the Manila Dunes.
But that's one of the most exciting parts of the day.
I'll just stay on top of the hill. Let's take a look. Going down to Men's Drop does not look easy, but then you get to end the day at the Eureka Waterfront with a cold beverage. What could be better?
That's where day 1 ended and where day 2 began. So stick around to see if the sculptures that cross land and sand on Saturday float on Sunday. That and the cutest, tiniest Kinetic racers are coming up next. Stay with us.
Welcome back. Day 2 of the Kinetic Grand Championship starts on the Eureka Waterfront.
Teams outfit their machines with pontoons, styrofoam, anything that will float.
It's really amazing that they have to keep all of that gear on the sculpture at all times.
And they're so carefully engineered to accommodate weight and maintain balance.
But do they float? Let's find out.
We're strong on the water. We should do fine. Time is always not our friend, so it'll be a long day for us, but we're hopeful. I think yesterday was our hardest day on the sand, so we'll see how we do today.
And away they go. Rampmeister, watch out for their siren song. Do not let it lure you.
Beautiful day. Glorious sunshine. Come on out and have fun and enjoy the craziness.
Beware, ye sailors. The sirens are coming for ya. Team, who's your daddy? Nice flag. Very nice flag.
There came a point when we knew we were going to flip over, and we just had to accept it and say, okay. We tested successfully about a week ago, and we made some modifications hoping to help us out, and yeah, we went in the wrong direction apparently.
Never again. Ever, ever. I know I said this 2 years ago, but I really mean it this time. I'm never, ever doing this on skates again. Ever. This is insanity. What the hell am I doing?
There we go. Bandit craft, bandit craft.
Well, we saw some of those machines float. The Kinetic Universe had another big race on the Eureka Waterfront just a few weeks ago.
Kinetic racing is described as adults having fun, so kids will want to grow up. But this Mother's Day, the kids were the ones having all of the fun at the Kinetic Classic.
Rutabaga Royalty and the Kinetic Universe teamed up to bring Kinetic racing to kids under 12. Kids, pregnant moms, and everyone on hand joined the Rutababy Buggy Bouncers for the kickoff parade around the Sacco Amphitheater on the Eureka Waterfront. Then, tiny Kinetonauts teamed up to decorate bikes and scooters and created costumes.
I'm Luke Skywalker. This is kind of like my life support system and my suit. This is my lightsaber belt.
Not surprisingly for the Kinetic community, some even prepared pageantry.
We will burn you. We will burn you.
And a few racers bribed the judges. All pilots competed for the fastest time on an obstacle course designed to mimic the Grand Championship. They overcame the steep Little Lolita Hill and dug through sand for medals before making it to the finish line at the Glory Vortex. Some older kids engineered their own working Kinetic sculptures, complete with gears, brakes, and a teddy bear, coming all the way from Washington to participate. And some parents got in on the fun as well.
May the Fourth be with you.
Queens awarded racers with prizes and, of course, glory.
May the glory be with us.
And may the glory be with you.
I'm sure we're going to see some of those racers in the Grand Championship in a few years.
I think so. Now, coming up later in the Kinetic Grand Championship Finale Special, you'll see highlights of the furious finish in Ferndale.
And next, we'll show you the coronation of this year's Rutabaga Queen. Stay with us.
The Kinetic Museum is now open to everyone. Home to the world's first Kinetic sculpture, Hobart Brown's Pentacycle, as well as other machines, mementos, and more. The museum is located in Eureka at 110 3rd Street, door G for Glory. Search Kinetic Universe on Facebook to learn more.
Welcome back to the Kinetic Grand Championship Finale Special, brought to you by Sherry Heights Casino, Eureka Natural Foods, and New Trend Wireless.
Rutabaga Queens have held court over the Kinetic Universe since 1979. They cheer on the racers and give glory to the spectators and volunteers.
Last weekend, the Universe added a new member to the Rutabaga royal family.
Locals celebrated all things Kinetic at the Rutabaga Ball.
The ball is amazing. You can just be whatever you want to be. You can have your fun. We can do it. And this is like our kickoff to the race. So next weekend, we're all ready, and it's magical.
Crowds packed Redwood Racks in Arcata for the coronation.
I think that the biggest part that we look for in a new queen is confidence. When a queen walks in and she acts like a queen before they even say a word, we know that that person has queen potential.
4 queen hopefuls performed a talent, displayed a water crossing technique, and showed off their ball gown for the competition.
There are 4 fabulous contestants, and I am not a judge this year, and I don't envy the judges the difficult decision. We've seen some incredible talents, some incredible water crossings, and I'm so excited to see who's going to be our next queen.
Hundreds watched as outgoing Queen Glitterina announced the new monarch. Long live the Queen.
Queen Gloria Kinetica retains the crown and the title of Rutabaga Queen for life.
Yes, and she began her official duties immediately. We caught up with her this weekend. Here's what she had to say about her first race as Rutabaga Queen.
It feels like having a whole new family, you know? It's been really amazing making new friends and having people who just graciously accepted me, and being bowed to is very lovely and strange, humbling. It's new for me to be taking the spotlight this way versus just as a performer on the stage, and I'm glory hogging it up, I'll tell you that much. My main duties were making sure that the racers were feeling supported, having a good time, a lot of love giving, a lot of bribe giving, a lot of just trading energy, helping the racers along, giving them water, making sure they feel supported, getting them warm clothes when they're wet. I mean, anything that we could do to make them feel like we're here for them, that was the importance of my role and my entourage, and they were amazing too.
Long live the Queen indeed, and when we come back, we'll take you out to the finish line in Ferndale as the racers complete their 3-day journey.
Stay with us. Thanks for staying with us. Day 3 of the Kinetic Grand Championship ended today in Ferndale, but last night was racers only party at Crab Park.
For the first time ever, we have exclusive video of what happened last night. You won't see this anywhere else. Warning, some of what you're about to see may not be suitable for young children. Looks like the Kinetic folks found out about our footage from the event.
I hear there aren't supposed to be any cameras at the event, Manny.
Yeah, Sam, I don't think so.
Well, day 3 did end today in Ferndale, and we were at the finish line to catch all of the action as teams made a final push for the glory.
There was a new route for day 3, including a river crossing near Fernbridge. Then we saw a few glory circles at the finish line. Let's take a look.
You get into the water in the new crossing, get out, you're filthy, you're tired, and then you get to roll into Ferndale, and it is the most glorious spot on the entire course. And all that glory at the finish line, it just draws you in. It's like you don't know if you're gonna make it, you don't know if you're gonna make it, and then you turn the corner onto Main Street and you see that crowd, and your heart starts pumping, and then your legs start pumping.
We honestly don't know what we do as cops. We're just having a great time.
finish line. Oh, boy! They made it. Come up the stage and get your...
Stay with us. We're back after the break.
Kinetic coverage is brought to you by Chiray Heights Casino. Take your winning to new heights. New Trend Wireless and Eureka Natural Foods.
Welcome back. 3 days of glory, 42 miles of fun. The 47th Kinetic Grand Championship is officially over. Thanks for joining us for a look back at this triathlon of the art world.
Thank you to our sponsors, the Kinetic Universe Rutabaga Royal Family, race volunteers, and a huge thank you to the racers themselves. None of this would happen without you. Thank you for watching, and until next year, for the glory.